My name is Bex Tyra, and I'm running an epic course with a dear friend and soul sister of mine, Zoe Nash. And it's a course that combines both of our passions. So for me, it's yoga, and for Zoe, it's Taoism and Chinese medicine, and both from the perspective of women's health. So we get to explore a ton of alternative perspectives and practices for women's health and vitality in the modern world. So far, it's been amazing. I've just been blown away, firstly, by Zoe's knowledge and her contribution, but also on the power of these practices and information for the women who are present. I've seen a real sort of awakening happen for a lot of the women on the course, just being aware of sort of the power within their own bodies, but just with these alternative knowledge systems, how they can make sense of, say, for example, their own menstrual cycle, their life stages, specific challenges that they might have, either on a physical or a mental or emotional or spiritual level. And from there, it feels like I know it's really empowering for them. We've been doing a ton of different practices. So I've been sharing yoga for women, specifically yin yoga. And within yin yoga, looking at the power of yin to create more space and to unwind tension that might have been held over months or years. And what happens over those months or years is our body can begin to kind of change shape in these holding patterns. And it can actually affect how we relate to the world. So through these practices, we can begin to unwind, create some more space, and space for new possibilities and new perspectives. And the cool thing is, you don't need to logically understand what's happening. Just by doing the practices themselves, they can unwind literally a lifetime of tension. And we also give a lot of background, history, philosophy, theory of yin yoga. What is it? Where does it come from? How is it different from other styles of yoga, such as restorative yoga? And how can we apply this as women ourselves in our personal practice and share it within bigger, larger containers? And how can we shift it depending on what season of our menstrual cycle or life stage are we in? I've also been sharing a lot of restorative yoga under this umbrella of deep rest and the power of rest, rest as the number one thing we can do to support our health. It's kind of like our insurance policy. So learning, experiencing that, but also learning how to teach that. I've been sharing a ton about menstrual cycle awareness, both from a kind of a spiritual perspective of how we birth ourselves month after month, getting to know yourself, getting to know the challenging times of your cycle, but also the hidden treasures, and how to work with that, not just for conception or contraception, but really just to understand yourself as a form of yoga, really, kind of self-inquiry. I've also been sharing from an Ayurvedic perspective, the different seasons of a woman's menstrual cycle, but also of her life. And again, just giving a different understanding of how important these seasons and cycles are. We're living in a time that really values just being fully out there in the world, being very yang, being very busy, really doing a lot. Also really values youth, perhaps over wisdom, and realizing the necessity of kind of journeying through all of our life stages and welcoming all the treasures that they may have. And I think, again, really, really beneficial for women of all ages to recognize the value in both the yang and the yin. So within that, we also cover perimenopause and explain what it is, and also from a spiritual dimension, kind of like that journey into the underworld. And again, what treasures can you bring out from your life and from your life experiences, and how to really present them to the world, whether that be through your classes as a yoga teacher. But we've also got women here who are not teaching yoga and are really on this for their own personal journey.